Well, here we are taking lunch on the climb out of La Paz, and I was sitting there on the ground next to my bike eating my chips and beans, and I look over and notice I'm sitting right next to a marijuana patch. Well, first day out of La Paz, heading towards San Jose del Cabo. You can see our road there tomorrow, our trail. That single scar slashed across that mountainside. I think you get up there and then looks like you go in and out of some drainages as you drop back down to the sea. I ran out of water, or was going to run out of water. I didn't have enough water to camp before San Juan de los Planes. San Juan of the plains, I guess, or of the flats, and it's very flat here. It was pretty cool as you came over the mountains. You could see the road drop, kind of drop down and then out to the sea. Just a big flat plain. Looks like there's some agriculture here, a lot of cactuses. Well, I don't know how far I'm gonna get. But that was a pretty amazing descent. I wish I could have videoed it as I came down. It was kind of uncharacteristic for the Baja Divide in that it was not extremely rough. It was kind of sandy and just long, pretty fast, but not really rough, so you could not beat yourself up and hit some pretty good speeds. Well, I'm gonna go try to find a place to camp. Hopefully I don't have to ride too far. I've already probably done 45, 43, 46 today. Well, this seems like a good spot to take a break. First break of the day. I just rode over the mountain from San Juan de los Planes. I camped right at the bottom of the climb. There's a gravel pit there that I was able to go into and get into the bush behind it. This is a pretty cool road. You can see over there where the road cuts across high above the water. Amazing. Wow, what a trip. What a great trip. So glad I came down here. I told one of my new friends the other day that this was probably the most worthwhile thing I've ever done. Had a great time in La Paz. I mostly just walked around, drank coffee, ate tacos, drank beer, some really good fish tacos. There's a really good taco stand if you stand outside the Pension, California, which is where I stayed. Turn right, and whatever that street is, turn right, and a block and a half, there was a gentleman selling fish tacos and shrimp tacos from out of his taco cart there on the sidewalk. Maybe even the best I've had. Yes, this Baja has been everything I dreamed and more. So I'm very satisfied. Swam with whale shark, one whale shark there in La Paz. That was off the charts. A big fish, but not a big whale shark. He was probably 18 feet, though he seemed bigger to me, but the guide said he was 5 to 6 meters. The visibility wasn't great, so you had to get pretty close to see him, and then you couldn't see the whole animal at once. You could only see part of him. And you were closer than You probably should be. But you had to get that close to see the guy. The big fish just slowly swimming, slowly taking in that zooplankton, which is what they eat. So yeah, highly recommended. There are other places where I think you can see bigger ones because these are all juveniles, and where you are more guaranteed to have good clarity, good visibility. It was really windy the last few days, which stirred up a lot of sediment and blew like dust and so forth into the water. So that was why the visibility was so low. It's not windy today though, although right now I wouldn't mind some. It's been very hot. Yesterday I was sweating like a very sweaty man. Dead rattler. Too bad. Pretty markings. Alright, last day of riding. We're leaving Cabo Pulmo. We're just a couple miles south of it. There's a nice beach. Would be looks like a nice free place to camp. A lot of vans there. Pickup campers. Beautiful. Well, I think we're getting to the end here. We're probably about 3.5 miles up the road out of Los Barriles, this is the sandy part, as you can see. Pretty rideable for the most part. I let out some air out of my tires, so it's not too bad. Pretty rideable. And this is the last day of the ride. We're going to get into San Jose later today and stay at a hotel for a couple nights. Fly out the day after tomorrow. So wow, what an amazing ride it's been. I've just had a really great time. Met some cool people, eaten a lot of good food, seen some cool wildlife, and had a lot of good time to myself. I just realized I'm totally backlit here, so we'll see how this turns out. They've got this plant here that at first glance really looks like tamarisk. Look at that. But on closer inspection, it does not have the kind of scaly leaves like tamarisk does. So maybe it's another kind. Don't know. Fart. I have seen tamarisk though. I have seen real tamarisk down here. So, but this is not what I've seen. So at mile 8.78, we are out of the sand, hopefully. So I'm gonna pump up my tire and then maybe we can make tracks. Only 30 more miles to San Jose. Well, I think I deserve a break after climbing up the top of this mountain. Maybe you can see some of the road down there. You get out of that sandy wash and then you just climb up and down, up and down. And I think I'm almost done. Probably just got to go over that pass yet. And so far the road is good. There was some chatter on the Facebook page that the mountain route on the cable was like extremely rough and torturous. But so far, I wish all roads were this good. Nice hard pack. Well, there she is, San Jose del Cabo, down there in that valley. I'm going to try to get off the route now. The route kind of takes you off and kind of takes you north of San Jose del Cabo. That doesn't make sense to me for what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to stay on this main road and just go into town, which is where my hotel is. Pretty ready to be there. I'm pretty hungry. And I'm tired of corn nuts and lime flavored peanuts. Well, it's been a great ride, and thanks for following along with us.